Josh, buddy. How's the super positive review of Fear the Walking Dead's mid-season finale going?
Oh, hi Scott. To be honest, I haven't even watched it yet.
What? Why?
It's just too hot, Scott, and to be honest, I can't be bothered to watch Fear the Walking Dead. Maybe I'll watch it later sometime, but yeah, not now. Just leave me alone, please.
It's got an Alicia shower scene.
What?
And what I have here is a behind-the-scenes DVD with sexy footage of Alicia in the shower. And it can all be yours, buddy, if you just do a positive review for me. Man, that's it. You know you want it.
Must resist nudes of Alicia. Must not think with penis.
That's it. Just stretch a little more. You're nearly there, Joshy.
Must make unbiased review of Fear the Walking Dead. Come on! No. I can't, Scott. I can't do this, okay? Nothing is going to make me write a positive review of this show when I feel it's been awful. So you're just going to have to go, alright? Sorry, but I can't.
God damn it! This guy is impossible to break. I mean, all I had to do with Trev's Chan was give him $10 and he said whatever I wanted him to. He was like, hey, yeah, sure, I do positive reviews for you, Scotty. But this guy, Jesus Christ, man.
Hello everyone and welcome. In this video I'm going to be sweating a lot because it's ridiculously hot, and I will also be talking about my thoughts on the mid-season finale of Fear the Walking Dead. As always is the norm with my videos, I won't be holding back on any spoilers, so please do keep that in mind. And anyway, without further ado, let's begin. So you probably all know what I'm going to say by now. I mean, you've had enough time to watch this episode yourselves. I thought that this was a pretty atrocious mid-season finale, and it pretty much confirmed what I said in an earlier video about this season just being about characters fixing a plane. That's it. In episode 1, our characters crash land their plane, and in episode 8, they finally fix it and leave, and everything that happens in between is inconsequential. Every single subplot is either solved in the dumbest way possible or just completely ignored. The helicopter group, they disappeared as soon as they were introduced, and we didn't learn anything about them. The radioactive walkers, well, that was a complete dud because, I mean, Alicia got covered in radioactive blood and just wiped it off and she's okay, so that was completely pointless. And Logan, this guy who takes over our character's home, well, he doesn't even put up a fight, he just strolls out peacefully after not being able to find a notepad. So there's that. Brilliant. I honestly just want to scream and say, what was the point of anything this season? It was all just filler that only just stretched out the time it took for our characters to fix the plane. That's all it was. They didn't have any plot, so 8 episodes of people fixing a plane. Out of all those little subplots that I mentioned, I think Logan just strolling out of the factory peacefully is perhaps the most annoying for me personally, because my only hope from season 5B was that perhaps he would be the main villain and we'd actually get, you know, some action, some villain for our characters to fight against, but nope, he just walks on out and now he's a good guy because apparently everyone in Fear the Walking Dead is nice. The special notepad, which it turns out is in our character's possession, has the locations for fuel deposits or mines or whatever they're called, and Logan turns up at the end of the episode and basically says, hey guys, if you want to carry on your charity mission, you're going to have to use my help so we can find the gasoline on this notepad. And that's it. That's basically the big reveal of this season, is that next season is going to be about characters finding gasoline. Where will the gasoline be so our characters can carry on with their charity mission? That's it. That's Fear the Walking Dead's hook. It's a bloody terrible hook. Who fucking cares about this? Fear the Walking Dead is now just a show about a bunch of charity workers. It's a post-apocalyptic program about a bunch of Oxfam employees. There's no plot anymore. Our characters' motivations are just, we have to help people because that's the right thing to do. And that's what happens, and it doesn't make for a good show. I know there are some people who may like this direction that Fear's gone in, but I think it's absolutely a disaster. And it's not even like the character interactions or conversations can carry this non-plot because they are just as bad. I mean, June tells this kid, whose name I can't be bothered to look up, that there's gotta be some good because it doesn't add up if there's not, or words to that effect, and that doesn't make any sense. What doesn't add up is your logic, June. Why does there have to be good? This isn't Star Wars. There's not a balance between good and evil and the Force. This is the post-apocalypse. There doesn't have to be something good happening because you've just had something bad happening. You know, this is like people who gamble, who think that they're due a win just because they've lost millions of money and then carry on gambling. It doesn't make any sense. However, I think that perhaps the worst piece of dialogue this episode comes straight from the mouth of Sarah. So I'm going to show you a clip now, and yeah, just look at it. It's pretty bad.
Not a day goes by I don't regret what we did. Every time we drive it, read what he wrote. That shit gnaws at you, Logan.
Now, this kind of dialogue would make sense if Sarah in this situation was talking about, I don't know, killing someone or hurting someone, because, you know, I can believe that that is the kind of stuff that would gnaw at you, as she says. But what she's actually talking about is stealing a truck. Stealing a truck. I mean, she's nearly in tears, and she says that this is something that she regrets every single day. Stealing a truck. Have these characters forgotten what has happened to the world that they're in, that it's gone to shit? I mean, people do nasty stuff to survive. I mean, look at what Rick's done. Look at the amount of people he killed. You know, I can understand if you feel a bit guilty about killing someone or stuff like that, but you've stolen a vehicle. Who cares? There's probably millions of people around the world of The Walking Dead who've stolen vehicles to get where they need to go, or to run away from walkers, or, you know, to just survive, or to get more supplies. It's not that bad a thing to be on the verge of tears about. She's acting like she burnt down a bloody orphanage in this scene. I mean, you just stole a vehicle. In the grand scheme of things, in the world of The Walking Dead, that's not that bad at all. I mean, can you imagine if Rick started crying to Glenn on the radio in the tank in the first episode, saying, I just stole a guy's horse. I've got to think about this every day. I stole a horse to get here. Like, come on. Yeah, this dialogue is pretty terrible. And another scene that's terrible is when John finds a tree with the words, you know, I don't know, scratched on it, which say, if you're reading this, you're still here. It's just so cheesy. And speaking of cheesy, how can I not mention that our group land their plane by being guided by Wendell's Christmas lights. There's actually a scene where Wendell crawls on the floor in desperation trying to turn these lights on, and it's like supposed to be played for drama, but I just thought to myself, how has it gotten to the point where I'm watching a guy who can't walk crawl to turn on some Christmas lights? I get the feeling that coming into this season, the showrunners of Fear the Walking Dead thought that for some reason the show was just too dark and too depressing, so they had to change things up. And what they've done is gone the complete polar opposite and made it this happy-go-lucky program about people who just want to help everyone and save everyone. Scott Gimple may have made the characters in The Walking Dead season 7 and 8 too depressing. I mean, look at how he reduced Daryl to a character who just grunts all the time. But Chambliss and Goldberg have just made Fear the Walking Dead's characters too optimistic and naive that they just come off irritating, and they just seem out of touch with the world around them. With it seeming like Logan is no longer going to be a villain in season 5B, then this half of the season is just going to focus on our characters getting into trouble as they try to find fuel to go and help more people, trouble which could easily be avoided if they weren't so stupid. I really have no interest in watching a show about a bunch of idiots who go around the country trying to save people, and most of these people don't want saving in the first place. But unfortunately, you know, I have already agreed to review this entire season, so maybe I'll just dose up on a load of antidepressants in the mid-season break and try and make it through the next 8 episodes without going on a murder-suicide spree. But yeah, there's not really a lot else to discuss because, like most of this season, not a lot really happened. They just fixed the plane and off they went, and everyone's happy because they saved everyone, and they're going to carry on saving everyone because peace and love keep the world going. We're basically just back where we were at the start with these characters, albeit they've picked up a few more people on the way. I mean, you could basically just skip this half a season. You don't need to watch it. This episode is just an awful conclusion to what has been a non-story about characters fixing a plane. And it's a shame because even though I was pessimistic going into this season after last season, I thought the premiere was good. It had a lot of action in it. It was fun. Yes, it was dumb. I mean, the whole plane crashing and, you know, there was a lot of dumb stuff to it, but at least stuff happened. After that, literally nothing's happened. It's just, I can't believe how bad it's gotten. So, let me know your thoughts below. Let me know again if you liked it. I've actually seen some people like it. That's cool. If you like it, just let me know why. And yeah, if you don't like it and if you agree with me, let me know as well. Apologies for this video being late. Like I did say in my community post the other day, it's ridiculously hot. I think it's getting us like 36 degrees or something this week. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit. I think that's what most of the Americans use, is that right? But it's really bloody hot, and I had to have surgery again on my stupid feet, which means I haven't really been able to record, and plus, because of how hot it is, my daughter is not sleeping till like 10, 11 o'clock because she's just too hot. So yeah, difficult to record at the moment, but I'm going to try and get some more Walking Dead stuff out because I do want to talk about the trailer and some other stuff, and I still need to watch the Rick Grimes movie teaser. I haven't even watched that yet. And yeah, do you have any hope for the rest of season 8? Will you be continuing to watch Fear the Walking Dead? Just let me know below. Anyway, I'm gonna go. Keep safe. If you're in the UK, put your sun cream on. See you later. Bye.
Oh, sweat in my eye. Ow. Oh, that stings. Oh dear. Oh, it's hot. Too hot to be dressing up in a beard. Whew.